My 33M wife 30F is upset about the fact that I picked her and our daughter over my mother in a medical emergency. I think she's being ridiculous, but she's acting like I betrayed her. Help? My brother-in-law directed me here since you'll give advice apparently. Appreciate y'all in advance. My wife and I have had the hypothetical who would you pick conversations in all 3 of her pregnancies, but I never thought it'd be a real-life choice until 2 days ago when my wife went into labor with our daughter and my mother fainted and hit her head badly at my sister's house. We were already on our way to the hospital after dropping off our boys at my mother-in-law's house when my sister called and told me that my mother fainted, and it was bad. I then told my sister that my wife was in labor. My wife has asked me why I was suddenly shaken, but I brushed it off, not wanting to stress her. Luckily, all went well with her labor and our daughter was born healthy. Once everyone was settled, I told my wife what had happened and that mom was relatively okay. Turns out the blood made it look worse than it was, and I told her that I was going to visit her and bring her back food. When I came back, my wife asked about my mother, and I updated her, and then she said that I really did pick her. I told that of course I did. My mother had my sister and brother, and besides that, she needed me, and I wasn't missing the birth of our daughter. Apparently, that was the wrong thing to say since she looked at me weird and asked what our daughter had to do with it, and I got confused but told her that I wasn't missing our daughter's first breaths or her being born, just like I didn't miss those things with our 2 boys. Then she got this sad look on her face and said that I didn't really pick her then, I picked our daughter, and she came with proxy. I told her that it's not the case, I picked both of them, especially since we wouldn't have any of our kids without her, but she's been sad, crying often and looks at me like I betrayed her. I get that her body is going through some massive changes I wouldn't even begin to understand, but she was never this emotional or sensitive after our boys' births. Is it hormones? Is it because it's a girl and our last? Is it because she's a girl and she feels that I'll care for our daughter more than her? I'm honestly lost. Help, please?